his book Vital Statistics, tells a story about two young brothers playing in their backyard. Now, these two soon became bored. They wandered out of their backyard down the street into the local Toys R Us store. They went into the store where they amused themselves with a giant selection of toys. Then they slipped into one of the display playhouses and promptly fell asleep. When they woke up, the lights in the store were all off and there was no one around. The store had closed. Now, the boys' parents and neighbors and friends and the local authorities were all searching frantically around the neighborhood for those boys. But in the store, the boys were having the time of their life. They were playing with all the toys and enjoying all the snack food. The store manager would find the boys the next morning. Safe and sound in the store, he would return them to their family. And when the authorities asked the manager why the boys hadn't set off the burglar alarms that previous night, the manager said they never tried the exit doors. They never pushed on those doors, which would have set off the alarm. Can you imagine why those boys never tried those doors? Why would they want to? They were in paradise in that store. They had everything that they could possibly want. That is what Jesus is tempted with in our gospel lesson today. He's tempted with paradise, a life and a world where he could have everything he wanted, where the whole world revolved around him. Power, wealth, status, every luxury that he might want. Isn't that what we'd like for ourselves? Well, it's tempting. But Jesus took a step back from it all. Look at the way he responds. He refuses to buy into the immediate gratification, and he sets his attention on a bigger, greater connection. You see, Jesus answers each and one of those temptations with a godly perspective. He uses Scripture to take the focus off of himself and put it on something bigger and greater, to put it on God and God's work. What about you? What are you working on in life? Your own achievement? There's nothing wrong with that. How about the blessing of the people right around you? That's a good thing too. But are you also looking for a bigger connection and a bigger picture in life? To be part of something greater? That's our challenge in Lent. That is our opportunity in Lent. And that's why the church has chosen this lesson for the first Sunday in Lent, to help us to remember the bigger picture, the bigger blessings in life, and the opportunities that are at hand for us. You see, in Lent, the church calls her members to refocus and to reorient. Listen to our call at the beginning of the Lenten Ash Wednesday service, the call that the church makes to all of us. Dear people of God, the first Christians observed with great devotion the days of our Lord's Passion and Resurrection, and it became the custom of the church to prepare for them by a season of penitence and fasting. This season of Lent provided a time when converts to the faith were prepared for holy baptism. It was also a time when those who, because of notorious sins, had been separated from the body of the faithful, were reconciled by penitence and forgiveness and restored to the fellowship of the church. Thereby, the whole congregation was put in mind of the message of pardon and absolution set forth in the gospel of our Savior, and of the need which all Christians continually have to renew their repentance and faith. And then the admonition continues. I invite you, therefore, in the name of the church, to the observance of a holy Lent, by self-examination and repentance, by prayer, fasting, and self-denial, and by reading and meditating on God's God's holy word. What's going on here? The church is not heaping more requirements on us. It's not heaping more rules and more things that we have to do. What the church is doing is giving you permission to care for your soul. It's giving you the opportunity to connect with something bigger and greater in life. And so Lent is not just about giving up chocolate or refraining from Starbucks or not eating meat on Fridays. It may well be about those things, but it's about something more also. It's about giving up something maybe to refocus on something bigger and better. So what are you doing with this Lent? Where do you want to change and improve? What is the bigger, better thing that you want to connect with? Well, maybe you want to improve a relationship or reconnect with a sense of meaning and purpose for your life. Maybe you have a passion that you want to rekindle. Maybe you're just tired of the same old, and want something new. Maybe it is time for a change. So maybe it's time to examine yourself. Maybe even repent. Repent literally means to turn, to face a new direction, to see things in a new way. Or at least to admit that there's something you can do to make things better. Pray. Fast. Take the focus off of yourself, the way Jesus does in our gospel lesson. Read. Meditate on the Bible. Reveal. Recognize that there is something bigger in life and allow God to speak to you about what that is. Let God grow and give you real progress. It's something that you can try for yourself, or with your families, or with your friends, or at work, your colleagues at work, the way you treat them then. Seeing the bigger picture of what you're all doing together, or even folks in the community. Look for the bigger, more important blessings and treasures around us. Claim those treasures. Enhance them. Reach out and share them with others. Listen, care, connect, love. In the Episcopal Church, we call this the way of love. And maybe you've heard about this. The presiding bishop has been talking a lot about the way of love. And there's a whole lot of buzz in the Episcopal Church about this way of love. 7 practices that you can do to help you reconnect with that something bigger, to help you experience and sense God at work in your life. 7 things that you can do that will bring you new progress, new vitality, and renewal. Not just more of the same, but a bigger, better connection. What are these 7 practices? Well, turn, learn, pray, worship, bless, go, and rest. Now, each one of these deserves to be unpacked through discussion and study and reflection. But what do each of these 7 mean to you when you think about them, when you let them seep into your spirit? Maybe it's time to slow down this Lent, to talk and listen a little more, to rest, reflect, and to worship, to connect with others. And by self-examination and repentance, by prayer, fasting, and self-denial, and by reading and meditating on God's holy word, we can make progress and grow this Lent.